I'm back. Let's be real. Let's get it. This is the NFL recap. For now on, I'm going to kind of do like the big storylines for both NFL and when I start my NBA podcast. I'm gonna basically do like I said, big storylines. College football, I continue to do like what happened previous week and previews of the upcoming week. But for now on for NFL, I kind of do just like big storylines that happened the previous week. So let's get started. First up, Adrian Peterson got traded from New Orleans Saints to the Arizona Cardinals. And his very first game, he had 134 yards and 2 touchdowns in a win for the Cardinals. So, as y'all know, he was struggling, barely getting the ball in New Orleans. A lot of people don't know why he even signed, including myself. I thought New Orleans probably going to try to run with him more, and that obviously wasn't the case. So, I believe he still has something left in the tank. He proved it Sunday. His first game with Arizona. Arizona's system fixed him better. And Arizona needed a running back because David Johnson is out till later in the season. So, good move on their part to trade for him. And, I mean, it seemed like it's a perfect match. We'll see what happens. They played the Rams Sunday. So, we'll see if he can continue. Next up, my favorite player, Aaron Rodgers. He broke his collarbone Sunday against the Vikings. So, he just had surgery. They don't know. He's probably out for the season. They don't know yet. If he's not, he come back in time for playoffs if they make it without him. It was his throwing shoulder, so I don't expect to see him back. Do I believe Green Bay can make the playoffs without him? I really don't know. I can't say no, but I can't definitively say yes either. I like Brett Hundley a lot, their backup quarterback. He's young. I remember him at UCLA. He was really a big-time, highly talented quarterback coming out of college. So we see how he has been sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for, 2 years now. So we'll just see what he has. Sunday, he didn't play too bad. It's hard playing the game after when you don't expect to play. So he came in, threw a touchdown, then he threw, 3 interceptions. And the Vikings got good defense, so my thing is I can't rule them out of the division yet because Detroit's been struggling. They lost to the Saints Sunday, 52-38. So, and Vikings, their quarterback situation is exactly their well either. I mean, their third string is starting now. Case Keenum is not really a bad quarterback, but Sam Bradford has injury problems. Teddy Bridgewater just came off IR from his horrific leg injury last year, but they don't know if they're gonna try and force him to play or whatever. So it's kind of a little. Like I said, I don't know. If I had to predict right now, I would give Minnesota their division because how good the defense is, and they still can run the ball, even though Dalvin Cook got hurt. But Green Bay in this game is against the Saints, so we'll see a lot in that game. The Saints defense has been playing a whole lot better lately, so we'll see how Brett Hundley does in that game, man. I probably have a little more grip on what I would predict for that going forward after that game. All right, next, I'm gonna do quick takes again. Try and get through these topics as quick as I can. With just like I do with college football, I kind of do it in the NFL and NBA when I do that too. So, first up, last Thursday night, the Eagles beat the Panthers to go to 5-1. So, it's basically a question of do I believe they are the best team in the NFC? SNL, yes. Really haven't seen no other team that has as complete as they are. Their defense, Carson Wentz, the quarterback, running game, LeGarrette Blount, the receivers, everything's going well. The tight end, Zach Ertz, so it's going as good as can for them. They played the Redskins Monday night. They beat the Redskins first game of the season, so rivalry game, division game. We'll just see. Can they continue? 4 of their first 6 games on the road too, so that's part of the reason I do pick them to be the best team right now, the team to beat in the NFC. So next up, the Falcons. Basically, are they in trouble? They blew a 17-0 lead to the Dolphins Sunday. One, it's the Dolphins. They lost to the Dolphins. Like I said my last NFL video, the Dolphins suck. So 2, they blew the lead against the Patriots in Super Bowl. So another blown lead. And 3, they lost to the Buffalo Bills earlier this year and in another blown lead against the AFC East team. So the Falcons looking like nothing changed. They are a blowtorch team historically. So they play the Patriots Sunday, Super Bowl rematch. So we will see. The Patriots are 4-2 now. Seems like they finally get the groove going. Probably their defense is starting to play a little better, so we'll see what happens Sunday. So next, the Giants finally won their first game Sunday. They were 0-5, as I mentioned last podcast. They were just the biggest disappointment. They won without their top two receivers who are out for the year. They finally ran the ball well. They beat the Denver Broncos at Denver, which is it was a shock because, like I said, Denver has a really good defense, but Denver offense, they had turnovers and all that type of stuff. So, good job on the Giants finally getting their first win. They played the Seahawks next, so we'll see if they can continue despite everything going on with them. Next, the Raiders. So I'm recording this a little late this week. So the Raiders last night had just beat the Chiefs. Last play of the game, great game. But before that, they lost 4 in a row. So originally, when I was going to do this, I was going to talk about the Raiders struggling, losing 4 in a row. Derek Carr came back. Did he come back too early Sunday? Because they lost to the Chargers 17-16. But last night, great game. Them and the Chiefs, they won on the last play of the game. Touchdown in the red zone after about 3 penalties in a row. 3 untimed downs at the end. So great. They needed their win. That was a huge game for them. They was, like I said, they were 2-4. They lost. They would have been 2-5. And their season going downhill. So they might save their season with their game last night. So good job on their part. We see if they can get on the road now. Next up, the Kansas City Chiefs. So the team that lost to the Raiders. The Chiefs have since lost 2 in a row since my last podcast. I said they were the biggest surprise team. So they done lost 2 in a row since then. Steelers played great defense against them. The Chiefs had opportunities to win. They missed some chances. They lost 19-13. They offense did get going the whole first half. They finally got going some, but yeah, it was just one of those weird type of games. Then last night they lost to the Raiders. Back and forth game. They lost at the end. So, I mean, they losing close games, but I still predict them. They are still Super Bowl contenders. I mean, they basically back down to earth. The Eagles are the only team in the NFL with less than 2 losses. So that's how closely knit the NFL really is. So. So, as y'all see by the video and my shirt, Exotic Smash Mouth. Yep, my Tigers. I was at the game. Great win against the Colts Monday night. Huge win. Mariota played. You could tell the hamstring injury bothered him, but he played on it, and he proved he can throw from the pocket. Great gutty performance by him. He proved how tough he is to us and the rest of the nation on Monday night. So the game was frustrating throughout up to the fourth quarter. We kept driving down the field, but we were just kicking field goals. Then our defense wasn't stopping them. Until the second half, our defense showed up, shut them out. Pretty much shut them out. They had a pick 6, and even that pick 6, I really didn't want to say that's Mariota's fault. It was just a great defensive play. I think he was throwing like to an out route, and the defensive end jumped up and actually grabbed the ball, which most times defensive ends just jump up and bat it down. He was good enough to catch the ball and then pick it. So, like I said, just great. Sometimes just great defensive plays, great plays, period. So I can't even fault Mariota on that one. Other than that, I mean, he played a spotless game. He had over 300 yards passing. He only had 1 TD, but, man, straight moving the offense, they were just perfect. Like I said, they kicked a lot of field goals. We finally scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to finally win the game, 39-25. So, like I said, great win. We lost to the Colts either 10 or 11 times in a row. So, I mean, either way, finally be a team. Even though Andrew Luck didn't play, I mean, Jacoby Brissett is a very good backup quarterback. He played really good. He been playing really good since they traded for him and started him. And it's a team been playing better. So, they made some spotty calls. On their 4th and 1, they were in our red zone, and it was 32-25 at the time, and they ran instead of giving the ball to Frank Gore, they did like a QB rollout. Jacoby Brissett is not Mikey Vick. He ain't Marcus Mariota. Like, he's not that fast. Like, so hey, I don't know on their part. Now they announced that Andrew Luck probably won't return this season. Partially, it might be part of the game. They said, I mean, he had a setback, but I'm saying he probably would really try if they won the game. They would have been 3-3 at the time, and we would have been 2-4. So instead, we're 3-3, and they're 2-4. So their season might be over, and our season might be jump started off the game. Like I said, whenever you lose to a team that many times in a row, it kind of rings in the back of your head, even if you are better than them. Just like I said in my college football podcast with Miami fighting to beat Florida State, like you lost to them 7 times in a row. Even though you're a better team, you're still going to struggle to win that game for the simple fact that you haven't beaten them. It's a mental thing. And it's the same thing with Titans Monday. So that's why I was like, it was a little frustrating, but I understood, like, man, we didn't beat the Colts. Like, I'm feeling like we should blow them out, but yeah, great win. Like I said, my jump starter, I feel like he's gonna jump start us. Mario Puli can play through the injury. If he can get through this Sunday without having a setback, injury, anything against the Browns, and we take care of business and don't have a letdown against the Browns, which the Browns are 0-6, so it's gonna be an easy letdown game after a big win after that. We got a bye week next week, and we'll be 4-3 going to the bye week, and we'll be on our way. I predict us, like I said, 10-6. It'll be coming true. We get a lot of players back. Corey Davis he's been out since week 2 with his own hamstring injury. DeMarco Murray been having hamstring problems. Delana Walker, calf. So get these knick-knack injuries together, and we'll be, like I said, be ready to roll through. Derrick Henry, shout out to him. He scored the last touchdown of the game on a big run, on a breakaway run. He had a great game. So, like I said, tying up. Let's get it. All right, that's it for my NFL podcast for this week. I'll see y'all again soon, hopefully next week.